So last night, my partner and her son were in our spare room and they were sort of going through stuff and organizing and packing some stuff away. And they came across some old condoms from my days at Planned Parenthood. And so my son, who's 6, asked my partner, oh, well, what are these? And my partner told him, well, they're condoms. And my son wanted to know, well, what are condoms for? And so in our house, I guess not surprisingly, a lot of the sex questions get directed to me because supposedly I know what I'm talking about. And so my partner said, well, why don't you ask your mom? And I wasn't home at the time, so I didn't get to answer the question right away, which sometimes I really like. It's nice sometimes to sort of have a moment to think about what I want to say, because my son is 6 and we do have a policy in our house that will definitely answer any questions he has about sex and sexuality, but it's nice to have a while to sort of think about, okay, what do I think is a good way to answer that question, and what seems age appropriate, and what do I think, a 6-year-old needs to know about condoms, because it's maybe not everything. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm kind of thinking about what do I want to say to my 6-year-old about what are condoms for. And for any other parents out there, if you're talking to your kids about sex, I think it's totally cool to, practice. Like, go in the mirror and practice. Go in front of your camera and practice. Decide what you want to say. There's totally no reason to feel self-conscious or silly. I think it's a really good thing to do, and there's nothing to feel weird about. It's my practice, son. Well, I have to practice my rap. I need a stand-in. Hello, son. Let's do this. Many experts suggest talking to your kids about sex at a time when you both feel comfortable, say after school, over a snack, or maybe a glass of milk. Try to bring it up naturally, as part of a regular conversation. Oh, that's cool. Well, no, you can't flush those down the toilet. Well, now I'm going to have to send an apology card to the custodian. Yeah. Anyway, your dad was telling me that you had questions about condoms. You wanted to know what they were. All right, well, a condom is a form of barrier method contraception. It's also a safer sex method. Yeah. Try to use language that is age appropriate. Don't become too technical or too complex in your explanations. They're typically made of latex, sometimes sheepskin or other materials, polyurethane, can be used during intercourse and other sexual activity. It is a receptacle for ejaculate. The reason that people might want to use a condom is, for example, they may want to stop the semen, and specifically the sperm, from meeting up with an ovum. And sperm can meet up with the ovum, or egg, in the fallopian tubes, and then the egg can become fertilized. Don't feel like you have to volunteer extra information or give all sorts of details. Just try to answer the question in as straightforward a way as possible. The sperm and the egg contain genetic material. Yeah, we're all made up of genetic material, like DNA and stuff. DNA. It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. I don't know what that is. See, deoxyribonucleic acid is a molecule that encodes the genetic instructions used in the development and functioning of all known living organisms and many viruses. Don't feel you have to share details of your personal life. Most of the time, kids probably don't want to know anyway. Herpes. Yep, I use condoms. No, I don't have a penis, but I mean, I've used condoms. That's personal. Yeah. Encourage responsible practices. They don't make good water balloons. Okay, they make really good water balloons, but just don't do that. Remember, oftentimes the simplest answer is usually the best. So your dad said that you wanted to know what a condom was. A condom is something that grown-ups sometimes use when they're having sex. And the way it works is that it's made of something called latex, and you roll it on over the penis and it covers the penis. And what it does is that it sort of protects the penis, and it catches something called semen, which is a kind of fluid that comes out of the penis when someone is having sex. And the reason that people sometimes want to catch the fluid is because they want to stop the semen from going into somebody else's body, and then that can stop that other person from either becoming pregnant or maybe catching certain kinds of infections. Does that make sense to you? Okay, good. Drink your milk.